Welcome to Water Peace Project's World Water Day ceremony and water crystal photography experiment. And it really means a lot to unite through water for the purpose of peace today, especially right now with everything that's happening in our world. And we really need to find a way that everyone can live in peace and harmony. And we believe the simplest solution is to start within and let it ripple out from there. And so today's session is dedicated to cultivating peace. And Dr. Emoto's life work was spreading the importance of water for peace, stating that we each can take a powerful action if our prayers and intentions are pure, and using water as a medium, a multi-dimensional power can take place. And that by holding the intentions of peace towards water, by thinking, speaking, and acting with the intentions of peace towards water, that water can and will bring peace to our bodies and to the world. Hello, everyone. I'm Lindsay Fox, water researcher and founder at Water Peace Project. And I'm joined by my two advisors today and special guests, my Hiro sister, Dr. Kumanga Andrahennadi. And Kumanga is certified in water crystal photography and is the founder at CALM, which stands for the Center of Advanced Learning of Mindfulness. Hi, Kumanga. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Lindsay, for having us on this very important and special day. Thank you.
Thank you, Kumanga. And we also have special guest Hiro Emoto, and Hiro is Dr. Emoto's son, and he carries on his father's legacy at IHM and Office Masaru Emoto. Hiro, thank you so much for joining us both today, and welcome.
Thank you, Lindsay, for having me for this special water ceremony.
Thank you, Hiro, and we're super excited to be here with you and Kumanga for World Water Day to hold this special water ceremony for peace. And this is our second year conducting this online water crystal experiment where we're exposing water to our collective prayers of love and gratitude. And so we have this water sample here on Hiro's desk, and the image you see here is also merged with the water sample in the lab in Germany. So during this time together, we're going to direct our sincere feelings of love and gratitude to this water sample. And after we're done, the water sample on Hiro's desk will be frozen and photographed for water crystals. So if you remember, we conducted 4 online water crystal experiments last year. The first was on World Water Day, and our second was on April 22nd, Earth Day, and our third was July 22nd, Dr. Emoto's birthday, and our fourth was on September 21st, which was International Peace Day. And the results for these 4 experiments were amazing, and especially when you look at the control water where there were no prayers said to the water, and then when you see the water after the water has received the prayers, and it's really quite moving. In fact, the crystal image that we have here in our background, this is a result from our World Water Day experiment from last year, and this one was one of my favorites because it's so symmetrical. And actually, I think it looks like it has the earth in the center of it. And if you remember the one on Dr. Emoto's birthday, it clearly had a little E in the bottom of it. So when you witness water crystal photography, it is really undeniable that water is showing us its natural ability to record, store, and transmit wave information. And essentially that all water is connected and that all information is accessible through the power of water. So should we show that? Let's have a look at that. We have a great little photo montage of beautiful images from our 4 experiments last year. Let's have a look at that. I love that so much. And I'm so grateful that we were able to do that with all of you here online. And Water Peace Project was founded in the loving memory of Dr. Hiro Emoto, and all of our work is dedicated to water and to Dr. Emoto. And his life's mission was dedicated to teaching the power of consciousness through water for the purpose of peace. And he was actually a phenomenological researcher where he was documenting his observations with water crystal photography. And this is demonstrating the power of human consciousness and how we're related to water on a deep level. And he truly was a pioneer. His water crystal photography demonstrates the water memory theory. And what was amazing about him was that he tirelessly traveled all over the world holding water ceremonies of love and gratitude for peace. And I'm so grateful because, and I know Kumanga feels the same way. We got to work alongside of him and supporting his global peace tours. And Hiro traveled with him, visiting more than 30 countries, spreading the messages of water around the world. And his work really inspired all of us along our water journey. And he basically has united all of us and continues to unite all of us, our hearts and our minds around water, and especially cultivating peace through water. And so not only has Dr. Emoto been our greatest teacher, but he has taught us that water is also our greatest teacher and that peace begins within. And so in honor of World Water Day, I'd like to invite you to join us in cultivating peace. And Kumanga is certified in water crystal photography, and she wrote her PhD on how water affects the mind. And so, Kumanga, would you share with us an important lesson or an experience that you learned from water crystal photography in cultivating peace? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Lindsay. I think in relation to what is happening in, especially in Ukraine right now, what is happening in Ukraine has started within our mind. So this is something I think directly Dr. Emoto has taught us. So all the same way that peace begins within our mind, conflict also begins within our mind. So this is what I think Dr. Emoto's teachings directly taught me when I was in Japan. And then second time when I went to learn how to photograph these water crystals, this beautiful heart-shaped water crystal arose. And that was after I, exposed my love and gratitude to all those who helped me to be there in Japan, because it was a long-term dream for me to meet Dr. Emoto and to be able to do the photographs. And when I saw the power of our love and gratitude, all of the misunderstandings that were in my own mind kind of dissipated. So this is, and then I saw what Dr. Emoto was talking about all the time, in the books up to then, what I have read, the power of our intention. So the same way that, like I said, I see that the love and gratitude is kind of the, how do I say that? It transforms, it has the power to transform conflict. So I think all of us coming together on the World Water Day to pray for peace and harmony, especially in Ukraine, for all those who are suffering. And of course in Russia too, many are suffering in Russia as a result as well. And then the ripple effect is all over the world. Right now, we're feeling it deeply in Sri Lanka in a different way, in a very bad economic state we are in right now. So everything has a ripple effect, and whatever happens in Ukraine affects all of us. So same way, all of us coming together to pray for water. We are also 80% of water, and we can connect with those who are in Ukraine and in Russia in conflicted areas, and we can pray for their peace and harmony. So we also have our prayers have a direct effect therefore. So thank you very much for having the World Water Day ceremony. And I think all of us coming together has a direct effect and also ripple effect for the rest of the world. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Kumanga. And thank you for sharing that. And you pointed out the obvious that maybe we're not seeing as so obvious, and how it starts in our mind. And Dr. Emoto, another important lesson he taught me, and one of his biggest messages was that water is a mirror. And so it's basically reflecting back the mirror of our consciousness and what is creating our reality, right? So, and cultivating peace is what drove Dr. Emoto's work and all of the global water ceremonies that he held around the world. And he believed that water holds all of the answers, and through the power of love and gratitude that we can begin to live in peace and harmony. And I just want to open up the circle now to Hiro. And Hiro, maybe you can share a little bit of that about the Hado lesson or important lesson, the importance of water for peace.
Yeah, sure. Well, the water taught us a lot of different things, like through design of water crystals. And water crystals showing the world love and gratitude were truly beautiful. And it was telling that the love and gratitude are the most harmonized energy. So with that energy, a lot of positive things can be created. We human beings should have the thoughts of love and gratitude to create a beautiful reality. But now you know what is going on in the world, and we do different things. So we really should learn from the water. For example, when we show the words war and peace to the water, when we show the peace to water, the beautiful hexagonal water crystal was formed. But the word war was shown to the water, which created the distorted shape, and it was almost like something clashing into the crystal of peace. So water knows the answer, and we are 70% water, and the earth is 70% water. So we need to give her good energy, of course. Well, starting from yourself, but to other people. You know, I think that's what they're telling us through the water crystal photography. We can create a beautiful reality with beautiful prayers and consciousness and energies, and that's what we should do. I wanted to introduce one last water crystal as an example, which was when we show the word peace to water. Amazingly, the colors actually came out. The colors, different colors in the water crystal show up. So, you know, I think that this is telling there are many different colors in the world, different weathers, of course, different, you know, lands, different races, but, you know, we have to respect each other. And without that, world peace cannot be achieved. So it's okay for everyone to be different, everyone to be unique, but we have to accept, respect each other. So I think that's the message, you know, what the crystals was telling us. And it is very interesting that the water giving us a lot of different teachings. So we should listen to what the water is telling us.
Hiro, thank you so much for sharing that. It's the truth, right? And that is so important. And your father shared that in Hado school, and his water wisdom continues to ripple out and inspire us. And I think I shared this last time, but I'll never forget the first lesson that he taught me. He pulled out his tuning forks and he taught me the power of resonance through them, and he put them down and said, "You and I resonate." And I think that's exactly like you're saying. We're all different, but because we're human beings, we can all come together and resonate. And I felt like it was one of the most important lessons that we had together. And it also kind of reflects back or supports what I referenced in the beginning, that if our prayers and intentions are pure, using water as a medium, a multi-dimensional power can take place. So it really means a lot to come together in resonance, to create coherency. And while we're conducting this water crystal experiment, you know, let's not underestimate the power of water. Water is, there's really no life without water. And so, as Dr. Emoto put it, existence is vibration. And when we separate something into its smallest parts, we always enter a strange world where all that exists is particles and waves. And the fact that everything is in the state of vibration also means that everything's creating a sound. And as that sound's created, the master listener to receive that sound is water. And so let's begin the water ceremony now. I will sound the crystal bowl 3 times, and Kumanga will open the ceremony with a meditation for peace. And then Hiro will share the grand invocation in Japanese. And then I will follow with the Ho'oponopono prayer for forgiveness. So let's begin now.
So now to begin our World Water Day meditation, let's come to a comfortable posture, having a relaxed and straight spine. And let's roll our shoulders back, opening our hearts. And let's close our eyes if they're open. And let's bring to our mind people of Ukraine and people of Russia who are suffering as a conflict in Ukraine right now. Let's bring them to our mind, the mothers, the fathers, the children who are suffering as a result of the conflict. And also let's imagine that all those who are suffering together with us, we are all praying for world peace. We are all joining in their prayer for no more suffering, for no more conflict, for world peace. And let's bring to our hearts that in our heart center, an ocean of compassion emanating from our heart center. Just like that liquid kind of water. This ocean of compassion emanates from our heart center to all those who are suffering around the world. We can imagine this ocean of compassion like either golden color or white color light emanating from our heart center, shining outwards. Waves of this golden compassion emanating out. And we can visualize that these waves of golden compassion from the ocean of compassion in our heart, transforming the suffering of the world into these golden waves. We can also visualize the suffering as black smoke. And as the waves of compassion or kind of is sweeping away, transforming into these waves of compassion. And we can visualize our entire Mother Earth shining with this golden or white kind of light. emanating out from the Mother Ocean into the lands of 5 continents, transforming the suffering of human beings, of animals, of our elements. And this golden light emanating out from our Mother Earth, out into the universe, lighting up the universe. We can see that we are standing in space, looking into our Mother Earth, as beautiful as she can be. This blue earth, shining with these golden hues of light. And we can already visualize peace and harmony established on Mother Earth. All living beings, including animals, elements, holding hands with great joy and happiness. And now let's connect back to our heart, to this ocean of compassion shining out from our hearts, knowing that we can connect with this Mother Ocean. Form of compassion moves us, we can begin to open our eyes.
Now I would like to chant ground invocation. Ground invocation is the chant for the world peace that Dr. Emoto always chanted when he had water ceremonies everywhere. The English meaning of ground invocation is the eternal power of the universe has gathered itself to create the world of true and grand harmony. So I will chant this phrase for 3 times in Japanese. So you can repeat after me. 宇宙の無限の力が凝り凝って
宇宙の無限の力がこれこて
誠の大和の御代がなりなった。
誠の大和の御代がなりなった。
宇宙の無限の力が凝り凝って
宇宙の
無限の力がこれこて
誠の大和の御代がなりなった。
誠の大和の御代がなりなった。
宇宙の無限の力が凝り凝って
宇宙の無限の力がこれこって
誠の大和の御代がなりなった。
誠の
大和の御代が Nadi.
Thank you.
And now we will chant the Ho'oponopono prayer. And this is a powerful Hawaiian prayer for reconciliation and forgiveness. And I will lead and you can follow after. Water, I am sorry.
Water, I am sorry.
Water, please forgive me.
Water, please forgive me.
Water, I thank you.
Water, I thank you.
Water, I love you.
Water, I love you.
Water, I am sorry.
Water, I'm sorry.
Water, please forgive me.
Water, please forgive me.
Water, I thank you.
Water, I thank you.
Water, I love you.
Water, I love you.
Water, I'm sorry.
Water, I'm sorry.
Water, please forgive me.
Water, please forgive me.
Water, I thank you.
Water, I thank you.
Water, I love you.
Water, I love you.
So this concludes our water ceremony for World Water Day. So as we all know, we are water, and our Mother Earth is covered with 70% of water. So we can take these blessings with us wherever we go, and we can pass it on to our family, our pets, and our Mother Earth. So just the same way that we did even our meditation, we can also always think of those who are suffering in our hearts as well. On every single moment, if we are mindful, we can be aware of others' suffering. So I will pass on to Lindsay. Thank you, Lindsay, for holding this very important and timely ceremony.
Thank you so much, Kumanga, and also Birdie in the background. As soon as you started saying peace, he started chirping, and I'm so grateful. I'm always flowing so peacefully when you lead the way. And water is a mirror, right? And therefore, I am a reflection of you. So thank you so much for your support at Water Peace Project. And if anyone wants to learn more about Kumanga's amazing mindfulness work at Calm, you can visit her at calmmindfulness.org. We'll put the link in there for you. And thank you so much, Kumi.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Hiro. It was a very special ceremony together.
It really was, Kumi. And love and thanks, Hiro, for you also joining us today to conduct this water crystal experiment during World Water Day. And I'm always grateful to unite with you in resonance and to share the messages from water, and especially to anyone who resonates. And I thank you for your resonance and support here and carrying on your father's important work.
Thank you. Thank you, Lindsay,
You're
for
very,
everything.
you're very welcome. And, you know, it was because of your father that inspired me to continue doing this work at Water Peace Project and holding this monthly global water ceremony for the last decade. And, after our last ceremony, there was a special sign after your father's water ceremonies that he believed to be a sign from the divine, or a sign that we have activated our DNA or accessed the fifth dimensional world. And that was when, after the ceremonies that he held, a double rainbow would appear. And actually, this double rainbow, Hiro, is the one that, and Kumi, I don't know if you saw, the one that appeared just after our March 11th water ceremony this past March 11th, which was the 11th anniversary of when we first began. And it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And I was so shocked to hear that, you told me that big double rainbow showed up in front of your house after the water ceremony. Yeah, my father was really good at creating the rainbows. When he, had the ceremonies at the different places, including Lake Baikal of Russia, they did prayer experiment together with the local people and also, the scientist, Dr. Krotukov. And then after the ceremony was finished, the big double rainbow showed up. And then, in Russia, it said the rainbow is a blessing from God. And for sure this time, it's a blessing from Masaru that showed up after the ceremony on March 11th, because you've been taking over these water ceremony events. I think you've been doing that after the big earthquake in Japan, every 11th of months, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so, I'm sure my father appreciated for all your effort. And so that's the message, I think. Yeah.
I think it was a sign from him also. And actually, I have this here. It's one of my favorite books of his, The Messages from Water and the Universe. And actually in here, I marked a page. I'm going to show this to you. He has a map, and in here are all the little rainbows. And I think we need to add one here. Yeah, it was this March 11th was 11 days ago. It was 11 years since that accident happened. And after the ceremony, it rained for a little while, but when the rain stopped, I just couldn't believe my eyes. I was mesmerized. This incredible, huge double rainbow. It was so bright and vivid. Actually, I took this photo, but I have a new friend, Megan Maureen Cavalier. She happened to be nearby, saw it, and ran down to the beach. And I just want to share this because Dr. Emoto always related rainbows also to synchronicities. And she's an early care childhood teacher at Treetop Academy in Jupiter, Florida. And she basically, now she's inspired. The fact that we came together over this rainbow, she's inspired to bring a water project to her kids. So I know that, the synchronicities were also a sign that our DNA is activated. And of course, it's no coincidence, Dr. Emoto would say, that Megan and I met through this happening. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. And I know that Dr. Emoto's message, it's another sign that his messages from water continue to inspire initiatives all around the world. And he really believed that water holds all the answers. And through the power of love and gratitude, we really can begin to live in peace and harmony. So I would like to share that rainbow footage with you now. So if you could stay tuned, we're going to stream the video of the double rainbow blessing. And also we have a few other things that are of our favorite things that we've dedicated to Dr. Emoto, his water crystal exhibit, and a few other things if you want to stay tuned. And we've also been conducting a favorite of Dr. Emoto's. He suggests it in the back of the children's book, The Rice Experiment. We have been conducting it for 2 months now. And through that, we're exploring how our thoughts and words are affecting our surroundings. So please join us for that at noon. We're going to share that and our past 2 months results. And please join us again next month, starting April 11th. We have our monthly water ceremony and experiment again. And from the 12th to 19th, we have 8 days of global love and gratitude, water meditation and experiment. And then April 19th is our monthly full moon meditation. And every month we clear the energy with our intermittent fasting. And of course, next month is Earth Day. So please join us again for April 22nd. Hiro and Kumanga will be joining us again for our Earth Day water ceremony and water crystal experiment. So please, there's a lot going on. Go to waterpeaceproject.org. You can see our schedule, experiments, and download our published research at waterpeaceproject.org. Everything is free. Happy World Water Day to everyone. And we truly invite you to step it up, like not just on World Water Day, but every day, and bring out the water warrior in yourself every day to take action for water. And I'm going to share some links in the chat with you, but we have a couple like call to action challenges. The water bearers who held the ceremony on the 11th with us, they have a day without water challenge, and I'll put the link in the chat. But basically it's to save water. You get 5 gallons for just one day. And also the UN has a groundwater challenge. And last but not least, we have our Water for Peace pledge. And basically you can pledge to have mindfulness towards water and cultivating peace. And anyone can participate. All it takes is your sincere heart. So please join in resonance with us. Love and thanks to everyone for joining us today. Again, stay tuned for a ripple effect of all the love and gratitude that we generated with our double rainbow reveal. And happy World Water Day, everyone. Thank you, and we love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye now.